the miracle of modern creation.
We're not spokespeople or representatives. All we're talking about is our experience. Different communities in the same place at the same time. That's the sound of ADF.
There's an old African saying, it takes a whole community to bring up a child.
We're not superstars, man. We're the same as everyone else. Same as our audience.
It's hard work and it's people working together. That's how things are done.
Identity. We all don't come from Brick Lane, and we're not Pakistani, and we don't, you know, we're not brothers.
And that's one of the stereotypes that we sought to mash down, was that Asians are somehow some homogenous culture, which it isn't. It's extremely diverse. You know, even amongst the five of us, you know, we've got Gujarati, Bengali, Bangladeshi, South Indian, English, Irish, you know, heritage within that. All of those languages, and then all of our musical experiences and our home lives have all been different.
This is the Reggae Night Live.
Music. I don't think ADF has ever really taken off in that kind of like music biz jargon kind of way. It's been a slow, long, continuous move upwards.
We were both tutors at community music for the first 2 years, the existence of ADF. And there wasn't even a concept for it to be a band in those days. We were just making sounds. Sanjay and Chandrasonic joined in 95 and in 94. And it's the first time we found 5 people who wanted to express the same things, to express the experience of being Asians, stuff that we'd been denied doing in previous bands or musical setups we've been in.
Our distribution in England was really poor. We had reports coming back saying that people wouldn't stock our record because Asian people don't come into our record shops, etc.
Asian music only sells to
Asian music only sells to Asian people.
Asian Cool, Asian Underground, all these were media terms, media fabrications, and used to lump all Asian people or musicians into one box.
Like if you flip through any music magazine, you'd see Oasis, they'll have their own page. You see Prodigy will have their own page. You flip over, it's New Asian Cool, Underground, and we've got 13, 14, 15 bands on one page. Give us a page each.
Listening every Sunday morning in front of the TV, recording with a microphone. Now you see him doggy, fire the cool dustman, we swap a tree and the gun. Parents all I gave them the will to survive, working in on the factory, sometimes sweeping the floor. Some heroines and heroes, they open the door, they came a long time ago, but now it seems we've alright. Dancing again and she gone, who will no life. We put on all the futures open wide. You win your life. You win your life. Dancing again and she move on.
New Way, New Life is basically celebrating the experience that Asian people have had in Britain.
And about our parents in particular coming over here having a really difficult time and making life easier for us.
Paving the way, opening the doors, just their basic struggles.
You win your life. You win your life. Dancing again and she move on.
community.
Our philosophy is definitely one of interconnectivity. It's about what things have in common rather than what sets them apart.
For us, in real terms, you know, it's what we do as people and what the music does is always acknowledge the people living around us and the fact that Britain or London's communities are really diverse. It's possibly the only positive aspect or consequence of colonialism.
So it's not just the band and the records, it's the campaigns we're involved with, like the Sat Power Am campaign, the educational philosophy of community music, and now our own kind of education offshoot, which is ADF Education.
ADFED is a project that ADF's kind of increased profile around about 97 enabled us to set up a project teaching music technology primarily to young Asian people, but not exclusively Asian. It's just a small scheme. It now runs independently.
No, it's the flip side of what the last 20 years was about. The idea that Thatcher said there's no such thing as community. But actually, of course there is.
Real issues.
And what we do, you know, you might call it political, but I think that's just the era we're in, that people want to sideline us with that term, like tag us. I don't necessarily think we expect every musician on the planet to have the same kind of commitment or kind of awareness as we have, right? But we would expect some more awareness, or we would expect at least some kind of perspective on the world, rather than pure egocentricity and hedonism and nothingness, which is really not really actually a very small part of the history of music. It's the era we're in now, where music has been divorced from the idea of expressing what's going on as reflecting reality as it is.
We got involved with the Sat Power campaign back in '96. We were already aware of what had happened to him, and we thought, yeah, this has happened to too many black people, i.e. being on the receiving end of a racist attack. And yet they're the ones who are being arrested and sometimes, as in Sat Power's case, ultimately jailed. We just hear of this situation so many times. We thought, well, there's an opportunity to write something about a specific situation.
Future.
We're not there just to be idolized or worshipped. That's anti what we're about. Otherwise you're turning into another rock band. We're not here to do that.
No, we may never sell as many as Oasis, but the fact that we're here sniping at the heels of that kind of establishment is good, and we're proud of that.
We go to areas where we're playing to a wide range of audiences. It's not just Asian people, it's the whole mixed population.
Sonically, that feeds into, has always fed into ADF's music. It's always acknowledging all those different sounds and people, the punk, the reggae, the Indian sounds, whatever.
I know it's supposed to be cool, and they dance a rhythm soul. We know it's all along because our parents made us strong. Never banana cultures be moving it so long. Technology and tradition, innovation in the song. Now the struggle continues to reverse every wrong. No heroines and heroes, now the bars where we belong. Now when we see glass ceiling, we will blow it sky high. You win your life.
It's not multiculturalism. That's sort of hippy-dippy, wishy-washy. This is sort of militant unity. And basic respect for the people who live next door.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, if that's uncool, then we are the men from uncool.
We're the men from uncool. Dance again, dance again, dance again.
we are serious, right? We haven't got a sense of humour, right? We're political, right?
Right?
Oh, I know.
Do not engage in those kind of things. All right?
Look depressed, alright?
Yeah, please. All right.